I do find it interesting that we're telling students over and over and over to add more details, and they see a prompt like this that's so generic, they're like, well, that's not specific. How do I get specific? So there are a few ways to do it, and we can actually help with that. Let's start with the idea of showing instead of telling. Here's an example of a generically written essay. Because of this experience, I have developed a strong work ethic and a desire to succeed. I have learned how to manage my time, stay focused under pressure, and continue working even when things are difficult. All right, so the wording is just saying that you did things. It's not showing anybody how it worked. So when we say show, don't tell, take something that you're explaining and actually show it on the page. Here's how to do that. My mom set the standard for time management and staying focused under pressure. I thought of her when I clocked in at work, worked on homework during my lunch break, and pushed through even when I was tired. Now remember, as always, when I give you an example, you can do it any way that you want. But what has to happen is it has to change from generic language like I'm a hard worker to actually showing what hard work looks like. One way to do that is to actually build a scene. Here's a generic example. I have faced many challenges throughout my life, but one of the biggest has been balancing school and work. During high school, I worked many hours each week while also trying to keep up with my classes. There's nothing wrong with this, but let's take the ideas and actually build an entire scene around it. During my shift, I pushed the heavy dish rack in place before the steam had even stopped billowing out. Anyone watching might have wondered why I was muttering formulas under my breath, but even a sink full of dishes wasn't going to stop me from studying for that test. But we're putting the reader right into the action. So once you do that, that creates images in their mind. So whenever any of your English teachers, your advisors, or your counselors or whatever are saying, hey, add more detail, the easiest way to do it is take something and instead of saying, oh, I played soccer, put them on the field. Then you have all the details just built in because it's a scene. One of the easiest ways to do that is using descriptive language. Here's a generic option. There were many days when I felt overwhelmed trying to manage everything at once. Between long shifts at work and keeping up with assignments, I had to learn how to stay organized and focused. So now we want to take these sentences and we just want to add some descriptive language to it, something that makes it pop off the page. The weight of balancing school and work hung around my neck. Between long shifts and keeping up with assignments, I had to learn to hold my head up no matter what. So let's take something where we built a scene and add that descriptive language to it. During my shift, I pushed the heavy dish rack in place before the steam had even stopped billowing out. Here's an example. During my shift, I pushed the heavy dish rack in place before the steam had even stopped billowing out. The heat was still clinging to my arms. This is one that can be done during any phase of the writing process. You can do it the first time you're writing, but it's really helpful for editing. That's why we went back and did this thing where we've already built a scene, but we can take that scene and take it to the next level. So don't forget that descriptive language is something where no matter where you're at, you can throw it in and see the scene change. Tying things back to the prompt is a really good way to do it. I want to attend college so that I can continue my education and build a better future for myself. I believe that higher education will give me more opportunities and allow me to grow as a person. Now this time, we're going to find a way to tie it back to the prompt. Working during high school taught me that I was capable of handling the demands of college. Attending college was always in the plan. I know now that I can graduate because I finish what I start. The choice students usually make is just renaming the prompt at the very beginning of the essay. This is something that I did a lot on my state tests when I was a kid. But when I started to learn writing, I realized that doing that is not only generic and simple, but they're waiting for it. The judges know what's going to happen. So if you just throw a couple of little hints throughout the essay, you can name one every 2 or 3 paragraphs, then you're really going to make that thing tie back to the theme every single time, and it adds those details that we're talking about without being overbearing.